Before the pit, before the chains, before Egypt ever knew his name, there was a dream. Not the kind that fades with morning light, but one that stayed, vivid and unsettling. His name was Joseph, son of Jacob, the youngest among many brothers. He was different, not stronger, not louder, but chosen in a way that could be felt. And it showed. His father loved him deeply, more openly than wisdom would advise. A robe was placed on Joseph's shoulders, a sign of favors and a spark of resentment. The coat did not warm him. It separated him one night, Joseph dreamed. In the field, sheaves of grain stood tall, and one by one they bowed before his. He did not yet understand the meaning, but the dream understood him. Then came another dream, the sun, the moon, 11 stars, all bowing. Even his father was troubled. His brothers were enraged. The dream that lifted Joseph pressed them down. Envy took root quietly, not all at once, but day by day. Words grew sharper, silence grew heavier. The dreams were spoken aloud, but the hatred grew unspoken. One day, Joseph was sent to find his brothers. He walked willingly, trusting. Unaware, the dreamer stepped forward, not knowing the dream would soon be tested. They saw him coming long before he reached them, and something hardened in their hearts. Not against the coat, not against the dreams, but against the one who carried them. This was not the end of Joseph's journey, but it was the moment everything changed. They did not greet him. They did not warn him. They rushed him. Hands grabbed the robe, the symbol of favor, and tore it from his shoulders. The colors fell to the ground, and with them, Joseph's safety. The dreamer cried out, but his voice was swallowed by anger. He was pushed, dragged, thrown. The ground vanished beneath him. Darkness closed in as Joseph fell into the pit. No water, no light. Only cold stone and silence. Above him, laughter echoed where mercy should have lived. The brothers sat and ate while the dreamer lay below. The dreams were not mentioned. They did not need to be. For a moment, the pit seemed like the end. But God does not abandon his purposes because of human hands. Footsteps approached. A caravan moved along the distant road, merchants traveling to Egypt. Silver exchanged hands. Joseph was lifted from the pit, not to freedom, but to chains. The brothers watched as he was led away. The robe was stained, a lie was prepared, and the dreamer disappeared into the dust of the road. The pit was not the end, but it was the beginning of a journey Joseph never chose. The road to Egypt was long, and Joseph walked it in chains. Each step carried him farther from the fields of his youth and deeper into the unknown. The language around him was foreign, the faces unfamiliar, the future uncertain. The dreamer had no map, only memories, memories of home, of his father's voice, of dreams that now felt distant. The caravan moved steadily south, through heat and dust, through days without answers and nights without comfort. Joseph learned quickly how to remain silent, how to endure, how to breathe through fear. When Egypt finally rose on the horizon, it was vast, powerful, and unforgiving. Stone towers pierced the sky. Crowds moved like tides. Gods of gold watched from every corner. Here Joseph was no son, no favorite, no dreamer. He was property. Silver changed hands again. A new master, a new name spoken with command. Joseph was led into a house not his own, serving a purpose he did not choose. But even there, far from home, bound by chains unseen, the Lord was with Joseph. As though no one noticed yet, the journey was turning. Egypt was not his prison. It was his proving ground. Egypt did not welcome Joseph. It measured him. Every command was watched. Every mistake remembered. He rose before the sun and worked until the day faded, serving a house that was not his own. But something followed Joseph into slavery. Not luck, not skill alone. The presence of the Lord rested on him. What Joseph touched began to prosper. What he managed grew, order replaced chaos. Potiphar noticed. Responsibility was given, first small, then greater. Soon Joseph oversaw the entire house. The chains were gone, but freedom was still far away. Trust replaced suspicion. Favor returned quietly. And Joseph remained faithful, in secret, in silence, in routine obedience. But prosperity attracts attention. Eyes lingered. Intentions shifted. A test approached that no dream had prepared him for. One day when the house was empty and the silence felt heavy, a voice called his name. Joseph turned, and temptation stood close. What followed would change everything. To be continued.